Slice.
Okay. There's another one I know
Makes me want
nothing
pizza.
about.
Slice of pizza.
I'm gonna tell you a story about a ghost, a werewolf, and a pretty shitty pizza place. It all started when the werewolf came back to town.
A pizza delivery boy was murdered while making a routine delivery.
Kingfisher Chronicle. Can I ask you a few questions?
Find the wolf, you'll find your killer.
Deny ghost involvement in the killing of Sean Hammerschmidt.
Looks like I'm going on a wolf hunt tonight.
Zazie Beetz.
What's that?
Did
What the fuck does that have to do with pizza?
Your pizza place is a gateway to hell.
Wait, so you're telling me that my pizza place is built on a gateway to hell?
Oh, nice.
I've been saying that.
What? Never.
Calm down.
This is something you should have ended a long time ago.
Shit, god damn. What's wrong with you?
That's good.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Oh yeah.
That one speaks to me.
Watching it all the way.
Yeah, that one speaks
Definitely.
to me.
And I said slice reminds me of wanting a slice of pizza.
And then-
I was
yeah,
right.
That was awesome.
One of my new favorite YouTube channels is this guy named Nerd Writer. He does video essays, and he was talking a lot about how people use the phrase, "This film knows what it is."
Okay.
Which is the phrase I would use for this.
Sure.
And what he said essentially that means is, if I'm remembering correctly, sorry, Nerd Writer, if I get it wrong, is that the tone is such that it has a vision and a direction, and it's probably not too many cooks in the kitchen, and there again it's awareness of what they're looking forward to,
Right.
and so I like that a lot about this. I watched Gremlins. There was a fan-made Gremlins thing recently that came out, I think, within the last year or two. I'm a huge Gremlins is one of my favorite movies, still is. There's a fan-made one. I think it was called like Gremlins 3 or something.
Nice.
And it reminded me a lot of this. in
Okay.
that it's kitschy,
wild, yeah.
it's fun, it's cheese, pizza.
Maybe.
And it's got some good people in there too. Paul Scheer is perfect for this kind of thing.
Yeah. I was like, hey, it's him again.
Domino, I don't know her name. We'll
Zazie
find out right now.
Beetz.
Zazie Beetz. That's a really cool name.
Yeah, it is.
I love her.
I
Zazie
do
Beetz.
love her.
She's great.
She's in Atlanta.
Gotcha. Oh, Chance the Rapper. That's why I recognize that guy from.
Yeah.
And he was funny.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's good. That's yeah. I was like, all right.
How would you do that?
That was funny. Genuinely funny.
Chris Parnell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a good
Oh,
team. It's an
yeah.
A24, so that's promising.
That's a good. Yep.
Right.
That's a good sign.
I
think it's going to be hilarious, and I'm looking forward to it. And I like the theme.
Yeah. Horror comedy is that's right up my alley.
Yep.
Yes.
So-
Yeah,
Super
that's a
good.
good point. Yeah.
It's
Do you have a favorite horror
It's
comedy?
like Shaun of the Dead, type of thing.
It's up there. It's like it's like one of those. If it's not Shaun of the Dead, it's maybe
What's the one with the two guys?
The two guys?
The two guys in the cabin, and they keep accidentally kill. Oh, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Tucker and Dale.
That's
Yeah,
up there
that
for
one's
me.
good too.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut you off. I don't know if you know which one.
Oh no. The last horror comedy, and I can't think of the name right now.
Yeah.
So there we
No
go.
worries.
Drawing a
There we
blank.
go.
Drawing a blank. Doesn't matter.
Cool.
But yeah, Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what we're thinking about.
Yeah, Slice. Go watch it. That sounds like a ton of fun.
Sounds like a good time.
Do I
Eat
have
some pizza.
Do I have a release date? Because that's what I want to know.
Coming soon.
Ah, man. All right.
Is it gonna be next
August
Netflix
15th?
or what?
What is that? What am I looking at?
You're looking at the
August
Pizza Hut themed poster.
Oh, okay.
There was also a logo of Little Caesars, and it was followed by a Domino's pizza theme.
Nice.
So all the pizza companies are getting in on this Slice
They're all
movie.
like,
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
why not?
good.
Why not?
That's good
Why not?
advertising
Yeah,
for
that's
some
ton of
pizza.
fun.
Yeah.
Ton of fun.
All right.
Even though Little Caesars pizza's not good. Let's move on to our next
I
trailer.
like Little Caesars. It's only $5.
Yeah.
King Lear.
Okay. Some Shakespeare.
Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson. What? Oh my God.
Modern.
Know that we have divided in three our kingdom. 'Tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths. What can you say to draw a third, more opulent than your sisters?
Nothing, my lord.
Well, nothing will come of nothing. Speak again. Where's my daughter?
By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it.
Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? You are old. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state.
Thou art my daughter, rather a disease that's in my flesh.
Fly, brother, fly.
Here I stand, your slave, a poor, infirm, weak and despised old man.
To whose hands you have sent the lunatic kings?
I am a man more sinned against than sinning. Better thou hadst not been born than not to have pleased me better.
Prime original?
Prime
Oh,
original.
Prime Video. Oh,
Prime
okay.
Video.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
It's-
it
we
looks
got-
like
got
William
that-
Shakespeare wrote this movie.
Yep. It's got that very, 90s Romeo. Was it 90s or 2000s when
It
that
was 90s.
Romeo?
Sure.
90s
Romeo
when
and
that Romeo and Juliet movie came out.
There's
with,
even- but
Very modern.
That's
Leonardo
even-
DiCaprio.
That's
yeah.
even that. There's even more. Have you seen it's Henry VIII with Ian McKellen? It's kind of the same deal.
Okay.
Actually, no. That's actually set in sort of World War II.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah. No. I mean, Shakespeare is just amazing that you know there's can be so many different
He's all right.
interpretations of. Well, I mean that you know you can have
He's amazing. You just don't
You-
understand him.
well, like I mean, like like I said, you have your traditional Romeo and Juliet, then you have like Baz Luhrmann's vision.
Mm-hmm.
You have and you know that the King Henry VIII, I think is that was all Ian McKellen, like him like putting that together.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been other ones. Kenneth Branagh did one.
Mm-hmm.
I think not too long ago.
A lot of probably theater actors, stage,
In
big
a modern or
performers.
a different setting that's not traditionally what we think of as
Right.
Sure.
Shakespeare.
And Emma Thompson, I feel like she's been in a lot of these movies that are based on either Shakespeare or Jane Austen stuff.
Yeah.
She does a lot of period films, which is why I was kind of oh, this movie is not really a period.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it is a
Well,
period
yeah.
film,
Let
but
me
it's
let me
not-
read the plot really quickly. Set in an
Yeah.
alternative universe, 21st century, highly militarized London, the
Right.
sovereign King Lear calls his family together one evening in order for him to announce the division of his kingdom among his 3 daughters, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's odd and confusing, and you're right. It's it's almost like historical fiction.
Yeah.
With a new vision or twist on it.
Sure.
They were clearly pushing look at all these big name actors we have.
Yeah.
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 Look who the story's based off of and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
that sometimes makes me a little skeptical.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say.
How did you like the
if
trailer?
See, I'm not a good because I'm just a big Shakespeare guy.
Okay.
So I'm already if it's somewhat there, and see they're not even going. They're not even sticking with the iambic pentameter and all of that like with
It
Romeo
does
and Juliet.
Sound kind of like they're still keeping some of the big lines in there though.
Yeah.
Which I think it looks interesting, and I really like Anthony Hopkins. I think anything he does, I'll watch. So
Yeah, I'll double down on the Nerd Writers YouTube channel. He did a whole video that we watched on how Anthony Hopkins acts.
Yeah.
And it is insane.
Insane.
How
So
good an
good.
actor Anthony Hopkins is. And
Yeah, he's the
then
man.
on top of that, looking into detail, how the background of how he goes about. Apparently he reads scripts dozens of times, hundreds of times, and then shows up to set it's already in the back of his head. He already knows it, and then he like kind of like washes it away, and then lets it like kind of just flow through him when he's. I don't know. It's very. I mean, clearly he's one of those actors.
Craft.
Yeah, he's one of those actors that really puts it in.
He's really honed the craft.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And I know this character King Lear. Like I think I've read King Lear before. I just remember him being sort of like a Mad King kind of character, which is really interesting to me.
Okay.
There was supposed to be a King Lear not far from, I guess, this sort of type of setting with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't remember who was. I'm
glad they have.
We didn't get that, and probably for the best.
Kinda glad
but
we
I
didn't
remember
get
that. Yeah.
Hey, where's Arnold Schwarzenegger from?
Austria.
Austria. That's right. Okay. Okay. That would have been a good movie.
I will probably watch
Get in the
this.
chopper.
I mean, Prime original.
Yeah.
So are we getting a? Is it a movie?
Is it going to end up in the theaters? That is a good question. Distributor, Amazon Studios, original release, Amazon Prime, September 28th.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm more
also
prone
be
to
on
watch
BBC. It was already on the BBC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I'll watch it, and Kevin, our old,
old Screen Source OG.
mate, will
watch
probably
that
watch
with
it
you.
with me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's a big fan of the
Jane Eyre
period
stuff
pieces, Shakespeare, all that kind of good stuff. BBC, yeah.
Sorry, I may not. It's interesting because it's like a modern period piece.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
You're not a fan of those, so.
Yeah,
even a modern period piece.
I don't know. This is so weird. This is weird, right?
I mean, we went to go see a play that was Shakespeare that our friend was in, and Dylan was like falling asleep. Actually.
No, like I said, there've been attempts at these, and they're weird attempts. It was Midsummer Night's Dream, like really, and it's just kind of weird and modern.
That was a weird one.
Yeah, So I think it's just that you can take Shakespeare anywhere.
Sure.
I think that's a testament to him. And I don't know, man could tell a story.
I really like Romeo and Juliet.
I've heard of
him.
Great whatever.
Yeah.
I like his storytelling.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the last part of the evening. We're going to back-to-back watch the Star Wars Resistance trailer, and then we're going to watch the what is the second part called? First look. My guess is kind of like a behind the scene or just like small snippets of what's expected to come. I am so excited. Star Wars Resistance.
Cool.
Can you imagine what it's
like
to
the
be an
cell
ace
shading.
pilot? This is your chance to make that true.
I've got a mission for you.
Yes!
Nice.
Blend in, find out who's loyal to the good guys and who isn't.
What was that?
What was what?
The throwing and the falling. Over there.
Don't think about it.
You can work on my team,
Get ready to be impressed.
but when it comes to your mission as a spy, I don't want anything to do with it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I just wanted to wish my competition good luck.
This is fine. I'm fine.
Just be careful and don't explode.
I'll do my best.
This should be good.
Here we go.
Star Wars Resistance in all new series premieres Sunday, October 7th at 10 on Disney Channel.
Yes!
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, let's move on to the next part.
Very
That Disney always used that guy, that actor.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it's
Is
like
this
to
the
be
same
an
thing?
ace pilot?
Okay, let's just forward through it just to make sure. Yep, that's the same thing. Okay, never mind then. It is Star Wars Resistance. All right, so that's the trailer for the new show that is dropping on Disney XD and the Disney Channel. And my guess is it will also be on their streaming service.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Oh,
I think is
positive.
next year.
Right.
It looks fun. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the other two that you watched.
Clone Wars and Rebels.
Mm-hmm. The animation's different.
This looks to me to be the Clone Wars of the new Star Wars.
Sure.
Whereas Clone Wars was was the prequels. It was that sort of animated.
Okay.
And then I think Resistance is the Rebels is meant to be like the isn't it supposed to be OG?
Rebels is between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And Clone Wars is between 2 and 3, I believe. And so yes, this is, I believe, taking after, it's after the events of Return of the Jedi and a few months before The Force Awakens. And it follows Kazuda Jano, a pilot who is recruited to the Resistance to spy on the growing threat of the First Order.
Nice.
So we get to learn more about the First Order, which we actually don't know
we
a
don't
ton
know
about.
much about at all.
Yeah. Which I am very excited as far as lore is concerned. And yes, Poe Dameron's going to be in this.
Is he? Is it? It doesn't say. Oh yeah, no. Oscar Isaac is Poe Dameron.
Oscar Isaac. We have Donald
That's
Faison
awesome.
as Hype Faison.
Cool.
Oh my God, they kept his name, Hype Faison.
How cool.
That is so awesome. We have Jim Rash as Flix. This is a cast. I am
is a good
so
cast.
stoked for this cast. These are Donald Faison's one of my favorite shows.
Is coming back as Captain Phasma. That's dope.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Cool.
It says guests. We have BB-8. We have Gwendolyn Christie.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
So this is created by Dave Filoni, who did the first two also. Actually, he was kind of given the reins, I think, in the middle of Clone Wars, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
You know, he keeps in touch with George Lucas. George Lucas produced, I believe, the other two shows.
This one's also produced by him.
Yeah, and so
cool.
He still has a hand in it, but mostly, if I'm not mistaken, Filoni is kind of final say as to how these things go. He's the man.
Cool.
And there's apparently been some rifts in the community as to whether or not this is going to be any good.
Oh,
that doesn't surprise me because it's Star Wars,
right? Yeah, I was
it's
gonna say,
so. I don't know what it is
divisive?
now that's so divisive. It's probably after the prequels came out that Star Wars became so divisive.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Because I think the original series, I don't know.
Everybody loved them.
Everybody loved them. Yeah, how could you not?
Yeah.
And so, you know, this trailer dropped a few days ago, and already seeing the rifts in the community.
Sure.
Knowing that Filoni is the one that is helming this, I have he has my full attention.
Sure.
If it has to do with the artwork, that was the same exact thing that happened when Clone Wars and when Rebels came out.
Yeah.
People didn't like it. I will say either it grows on you, because I kind of agree with the fact that it was kind of shaky looking for the first couple seasons of those. So it will either grow on you. You know what? It probably will grow on you, and the artwork actually gets better throughout the seasons if you follow through with them. They don't stay the same. They get they basically clean it up and they make it look better. They also have higher production once the company starts agreeing with it.
Yeah.
And so are you guys excited to see?
I dig the
artwork.
The cell shaded.
The cell shaded
animation.
Yeah, and it's
because everything's
Disney.
3D now. You know.
Yeah, and he said this a long time ago that it was inspired by Japanese anime.
Yeah,
there you go.
It looks very Disney to me, like it looks classic Disney.
Sure.
Because they used to do cell shade like on their Disney Channel.
Yes,
Yeah, like the Mickey's house. Or
Yeah,
something.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I have to watch the other shows first in order to know if I'm going to like this one.
Sure.
So this one's kind of like low on my list.
Because you want to follow the other ones
I want to
first?
follow. Yeah, I want to try to watch the other ones first. I've told you guys this before. I have this thing where like I have a hard time committing to animated shows, which is like kind of not a good thing. I need to get over that.
Expand your mind.
And I'm trying to get over it, and I've been getting over it slowly.
Agretsuko was one.
Yeah, I've been watching more anime. I watch Agretsuko. I watched like a bunch of other stuff, but I need to keep going. So I'm gonna
there you go.
try the other shows
growing
first.
pains.
Yeah.
Hey, I was in your place like 4 years ago, so
yeah,
I get it.
I'm gonna try the other shows first, and then we'll see how they.
Are you guys excited about learning more about this part of Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like as with the other two. I like that they're picking a time, in between. And we can explore things that maybe really haven't,
Yeah, and they are very, aside at least Clone Wars was very enmeshed with that original trilogy. Rebels, though, is very much its own story.
Oh, okay.
You get to see there's cameos in all of these. There's going to be 1 billion cameos in this. We already know that there's cameos.
Right. Yeah.
But it is fun to see stuff outside of the Skywalker family.
Yes.
And most off for me, I genuinely think the animated series are better than the films.
Wow.
Shoot me now.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of hate you for that, but that's fine.
You got to watch them.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
once you
but I
understand.
feel like even when I watch them, I'm not going to agree with you, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't have to agree on things.
Pre-agree.
That is the way things go.
Right.
You know.
Not on this show. The final say.
No.
Godzilla's the
You're
best.
Dead to me.
No.
You are dead to me.
Damn it. Maximum effort. Thank you guys for tuning into Screen Source Junior. My name is Dylan.
Stanley.
Jess.
And follow us on our Patreon, patreon.com/CollegeTicketLive, facebook.com/CollegeTicketLive. Hit that like, subscribe, share, follow all the verbs. We also have a Twitch account. We're live every day at 7. Anything else?
No.
Did we pick a... what was
yes.
the movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
On full episodes of Screen Source, we are going to, every week we choose a movie to watch and kind of do a review on. So Talented Mr. Ripley, if you're interested.
Watch along if you're so inclined.
Yeah, and or follow the full episodes for more
They're fun.
film and television news reviews and trailers with all of us and guests. And thank you, Mr. Producer, for hanging out. It's been a long night. It's been a good night. We will see you guys next time.